got the Panthers, versatile running back. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Panthers and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Katie York set to get this one started. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Darius Davis to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the fifth-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Right to the air is Herbert. He's taking a shot on his first play. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. Second down.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
It's taken in by Williams. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Herbert to throw once more. Throw complete to Williams. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. The tight end going in motion right. It's Herbert once more. Short pass caught by his tight end.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, He was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
They got 24 yards on the play, and it'll give the Panthers a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Richardson now on 1st and 10. It's taken in by Washington. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Achane on the toss right. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
On is Cade York for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now is York to kick this one away. On return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And it ends up out of bounds. A small loss on the play, but they do, importantly, keep possession.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Offense to the line for second down. Staying on the ground with Harris. And that's good for a gain of 5. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down. Got him 5 yards back, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Johnston brings it in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
That throw finds Conklin. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Got Williams, and it's complete. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Into the hands of Conklin. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield and the big play follows.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. Conklin brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives them 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Harris. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Herbert now, blitz coming. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers get it down to a single point. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing now, Richardson. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Richardson. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's taken down at the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Toss play left, Achane. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 28. That's Thomas, he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They motion a receiver left. Trying to run it in. Achane is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers break the tie here in the first. Devon Achane with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
He lofts it deep, right sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot.
Now we've got a challenge. Dave Canales not happy with that last call.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Throwing on first is Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Back to the line they go. It's second down. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Herbert throwing again. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Brown's kick is up and good. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on fourth down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Chargers ball as we get back for the second, and they are thinking points. Herbert with a blitz coming. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Brown's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Richardson now. Hauled in by Worthy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They run the counter to Achane. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. On target to Worthy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, And the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
No one around. He's got space. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you could just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Achan. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers now lead by 10. Devon Achan with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
You're good on the point after. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. Now is York to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jalen Reagor. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. This is ahead for about 5. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. J.K. Scott on the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Collects this at the 32. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Panthers send a running back, Devon Achan, getting back to work. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Richardson back to throw. Completed left side to Thomas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Achan on the inside give. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A-Chain again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They'll stick with A-Chain. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now Richardson to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 3-possession game. Brian Thomas Jr. the touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Panthers push their lead to 18. Now he's York to kick this one away. Rager with the return here. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
That throw finds Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Running with Achane out of the gun. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. So now here's 3rd and 5. Herbert from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Panthers returning their offense and this running back to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They've got 1st down from the 31. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Throwing now, Richardson. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To throw, Richardson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll throw again, Richardson. That's caught, Devon Achane. And he's out of bounds at the 4. Oh, he was thinking touchdown there. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up, Alex Singleton. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Out comes the Charger offense late in this first half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. They're out and set, first and 10. Running behind center with Harris. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Harris once more. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. To the line we go. They're set, first and 10. To throw, Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. Second and 3 now. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Davis there to grab it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. So we reached halftime in Charlotte. The hometown fans feeling good. Their Panthers have the lead. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll start in the NFC with an intriguing one at AT&T Stadium. New Orleans paying a visit to Dallas, and it's the home team who are out in front. Spencer Rattler has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. It was Devon Achane who's had the strong first half. He's up over 100 yards rushing for the game already, and he scored 3 times as well, as they went to him early and often, and with good reason. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock
Dicker
Hewitt.
all lined up and ready to boot it away. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second down carry for Achane. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. A run now with Achane. Will drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Able to find Achane. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Hauled in by Worthy. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. He finds space into the red zone. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's Richardson. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
York now for the extra point. And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On now is York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First and 10 give to Harris. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10 now. They left him wide open. It's complete. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers start the second half with some needed points. Mike Williams, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit. They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done, but into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one there.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make you look good. And he did right there.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The home teams and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
First down throw here from Richardson. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Third and 4 coming up now. Rush coming for Richardson. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's taken down at the 30. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss play for Achan. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Toss play left, Achan. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Achan. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Running for it, it's Achan. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Panthers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Devon Achan with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
On now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers and Mike Williams getting set for another go on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Harris. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
2nd down here, another give to Harris. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7. Herbert now off the play fake. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running left is Harris. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards a Charger who's still on the field and in some pain. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Calling this guy a home run hitter isn't exclusive to his abilities on the ground, Brock. We both know all those traits make him a threat to take the lid off a defense as a receiver like he just did too.
No question, and he can do that on short and longer routes. All he needs is just a little bit of space, whether it's near the line on a short little dump-off or up the seam unopposed in space. Give him that inch, and he'll take it a mile.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game.
Chargers 28.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They've got first down from the 31. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Achane on the inside give. He'll cobble together a yard there. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
To throw, Richardson. He's got a man left. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Here's Achane up the middle. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the Chargers' 41-yard line.
Back to throw, here's Richardson. Complete out to the right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They run, it's Achane. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing now, Richardson. Finds a man right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Achane. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Cut near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Third down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
You're good on the point after. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21. On now is York to kick this one away. Rager with the return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense getting set to go. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
That throw finds Conklin. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Herbert on 1st down. Into the hands of Conklin. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Johnston brings it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Herbert to throw once more. Conklin brings it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
And this one doesn't go far. Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. It's taken in by Williams. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
This is Harris on second down. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. A 4-yard run, but it doesn't help a ton. It's 3rd and 12.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Gets this one to Harris. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here's Harris. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Herbert back to throw. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Dicker tacks down the extra point. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game.
Chargers 35.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning right. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Tight end in motion left. 2nd down carry for Achane. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the 1st defender, heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Achane again. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with Achane. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line.
Elijah Molden on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Richardson now. This throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Trying to run it in, Achane. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Trying again with Achane. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him a couple on the run, and they'll need the same here. 3rd and goal at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he's got a free play here. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points.
That penalty is declined.
York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21. On now is York to kick this one away. Rager with the return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Herbert now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Chargers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout called by the Chargers, their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now Herbert again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Herbert throwing again. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. It's Herbert once more. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Cut out left. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Trying to set this up quick. Throwing now, Herbert. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Panthers recover the onside kick. That should lock up this win. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the 4th.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Achane gets it. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A run now with Achane. And he's going to be bottled up after taking it down to the 43. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Running with Achane out of the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.